It's all it is. It's not a race. And it's not your bloodline. It is not a fucking country or ethnicity. It's a continent. And within the African continent, there's different countries that at one time used to have different kingdoms and dynasties. And within those dynasties and kingdoms and now countries, there was different ethnic groups. And in them ethnic groups, there was different sub-ethnic groups. Now I forgot what tribe it was in South Africa that Sarah Bartman came from, but the people of that tribe was furious. They was pissed off to the point where it caught the attention of Beyonce herself, to the point where she said, "I'm not going to play the role." Now, me personally, I thought it was not a good fit anyway. Not because of her not, because she's light skinned. That's the reason why I thought it was not a good look. And plus the way Sarah Bartman looked when the pictures of Sarah Bartman, she was a little bit bigger than that. And Beyonce is kind of like, skinny. Not real skinny. She got a, behind and everything, a big behind and all that stuff. But she's like skinny compared to Sarah Bartman. So that wouldn't make no sense anyway. And plus she was light skinned. Sarah Bartman was dark skinned. You understand? So that wouldn't make no sense anyway to me, in my opinion. But this just show you right there that y'all people don't get in America, man. Some of these Africans don't see you as Africans, man, and they never will. They see you as Americans. They know you're black. They know you are the same race as them. But the fact is, you was not born in that continent. That's all they see. Not only that, some of the tribes in that continent are really to themselves, and they don't want no other person that looked like it came from a different tribe doing portraying anything that looks like them. That's them. You understand? And y'all motherfuckers don't get it. That's why the term African American is stupid. Because you don't realize that all Africa do not see you as them. And they rightfully so they shouldn't see you as them, because I keep telling people over and over again that in Africa alone, the ethnic groups, a lot of ethnic groups have different genetics. But y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. And then you get mad at somebody like me who's saying I'm not an African. You get mad at me because I say I'm a Black American, and y'all talking about I'm ashamed of Africa. How? I'm ashamed of a continent, man. Just because my ancestors came from that continent do not mean that I'm in that continent. I'm not in that continent. My ancestors came from that continent. The race that I'm from, which is called the Congolite race, is from that continent. That's all it means. But I'm not in that continent no more. I'm still the Congolite person, but I'm not that continent. I live over here in America. And Africa is not a race. I don't know why people make it seem like it's a race and it equals black. It don't equals black. Because I told you before that everybody in Africa was not Congolite. All right? You have people that live in North Africa that was Caucasoid, and they've been there for thousands of years. All right? Like in Morocco and stuff like that. All y'all know is that the Arabs and the Europeans invaded later on. So y'all thinking that all that Caucasoid stuff came from Europe. No, man, it was already there. It was already there. They have a different bloodline. Their bloodline is different. Their bloodline is different from ours. And not only that, let me break it down to you even further. Since you don't, and let me break your hearts even more. You're not part of South Africans either. You're not part of them either. And they know that too. You have nothing to do with South Africans either. The only thing that South Africans got in common with West Africans is the fact that they're in the same race. But even then, genetically, they different from West Africans. This is why they was pissed off about having a black person, a black American who's descendant of a West African, West Africans playing Sarah Baartman. That's why. Because they don't see you as one of them. They see black people in America as descendants of West Africans. And they always will. They ain't going to see you as a part of them. This is why they was pissed off about Sarah Baartman being played by Beyonce. Because Beyonce is not descendant from their tribe. From that tribe in South Africa. So the bad news, folks, is that you're not a part of South Africa either. You ain't a part of North Africa. You're not a part of South Africa. You will never. Your ancestors didn't come from North Africa. Your ancestors didn't come from South Africa. All right. Your ancestors, black people, black American ancestors in Africa, stretches from Central Africa to West Africa. That's it. We was never in Egypt. We was never Zulus in South Africa, like the way Oprah Winfrey thought she was. We're not Nubians either. It was none of those tribes. All right? Those are East, North, and South African tribes. We did not descend from none of those tribes. Our tribes, the tribes that we descended from, but they're from Central Africa to West Africa. That's it. To stop claiming shit that you're not. And this is why that term African American is stupid. Because we only descended from certain groups of people in Africa. From Central to West. Not Central to South. Not Central to North. Not Central to East. Central to the West. And at that time, it wasn't even called West Africa. Okay? I keep telling y'all people that. There was different kingdoms in West Africa, and it wasn't called that. All right? And the tribes we descended from, most likely, are these tribes in West Africa. The Igbos, the Yobras, the Ashantis, the Bentus and Buktus, or Buktu, and the Mendes. That's it. It's more over there too, but those are the ones that we mostly likely descended from. Those tribes. And if you want to be close to your African roots, you should be calling yourself by those tribes. Me, I'm good with Black American. Because like I said, I never stepped foot in Africa. I don't have no citizenship in Africa. And by this happening right now with the Sarah Baartman case is the reason why I don't want to call myself African American. Because if the South Africans do not like the fact that a black person, a Black American of African descent is playing Sarah Baartman, why would I claim Africa, being African? Why? They should have no problem. They know that we are of African descent, Black African descent. So why do they have a problem with it? It's because the fact is they see Africa as just a continent, while we over here thinking it's a fucking race. And that's the problem right there. We need to stop that bullshit and start educating ourselves and start learning where our true ancestry lies. And I know definitely it lies between Central and West Africa. Meaning that groups of people that left Central Africa to go to West Africa 12,000 years ago. Those are our ancestors. And if you want to call yourself by any African thing, it should be either West African Americans or something like that. But claiming a whole continent when you didn't have nothing to do with, it's just plain garbage. I'm sorry, keeping it real. Plain garbage. That's like people of native Chinese descent claiming all of Asia. And saying that we had something to do with Jerusalem. Are you fucking stupid? Jerusalem is in Asia. West Asia. Well, do you ever hear people of Chinese ancestry or Japanese ancestry claiming that, oh, we had something to do with Jerusalem? No, we don't. But we got people that descended from West Africans trying to take credit for building the pyramids in Egypt. You fucking stupid. Our ancestors didn't build no Egypt. Our ancestors built the shit that's in West Africa. We need to stop the bullshit and stop thinking that we all of us we the same people. We're not the same people. Only thing that make us the same is that we the same race that most of us, and that came from sub-Saharan Africa. That's it. But even Africa is not only one race; it's two different races, three different races, and then you got people that come from other continents that now live in Africa now, and they're more African than we are because they go by the African traditions. You got European descent white Africans who I seen act more African than we do. But because they not originally from there, all of a sudden we think we Africans and they not. Get the fuck out of here, man. First of all, let's get something clear here. Every person on this planet descended from people that was our ancestors that's now in a place called Ethiopia. All right, this is where the first humans was found, in Ethiopia, which is now called Ethiopia in Central Africa. That's where we was found that. Every person who living on this planet today, including white people, are descendants from those people from Ethiopia, the first humans. And for some reason, I don't see nobody on this on calling them European Africans. I don't hear it. Or African Europeans. I don't hear it. Why? Every person on this planet descended from those first human beings about species, number one, and also of human history, period. It started in what we call now Ethiopia, Central Africa. But you won't call them, like I said, you won't call them African Europeans, or you won't call Asians African Asians. But yet you just because your race stayed in Africa, our race stayed in Africa, we still are supposed to call ourselves African American. Get the fuck out of here. When they don't even claim us. Are you fucking kidding me? When you got fucking people in South Africa who get mad because a black American or AKA African American is playing Sarah Bartman. Come on, man. Stop fooling yourself, people. You ain't no damn Africans, man. You're fucking American. Simple and plain. You're a black American. You're a Congoloid American. And if you want to claim something in Africa, you should be claiming the tribe that you came from. Like the Ashantis and like the Mendes. You call yourself a Mende American or something like that. Or call yourself Igbo American. And stop the bullshit. Stop thinking you're a Nubian. Stop thinking you're a Zulu. And stop thinking that you've been to our ancestors made the pyramids when our ancestors never even stepped foot in North Africa. Get the fuck out of here. Stop the bullshit. This is right here. It's told me right now why I thought I was always right all along. But why I don't consider myself an African American. Because I already know that as Africans over there don't see us as Africans, man. They see us as Americans. I already knew that already. And by this happening right here with Beyonce, made me sound like I was right. Because if like I said, if they seen us as Africans, they would not have a problem with Beyonce playing this role. Hell, they have a problem with any African that's not of their tribe to play this role. So even if even if the movie star was from Nigeria, and she wanted to play Sarah Bartman, they still would have a problem with it because they don't see Nigerians as their people. They don't. They see them as a different country of different people. But here in America, we think that we treat Africa like it's a fucking country. A nigga get mad when people try to break it like me, that break it down and say you ain't no fucking